central monopolist with another central monopolist, a lot of commercial banks aren't terribly excited about that. Maybe you're going to have to give some ownership. Maybe you'll have to give 50% of your ownership to the 20 banks that are now, part of this. I mean, there are other ways to build incentive systems. Maybe you put a native token in there, and you give them the native token. So there may be other incentive ways to beat the current monopolist. But I, having been around commercial banks for a long time, they really are looking for ways to replace their aggregators in their back office, whether it's clearing, settlement, exchanges, credit agencies. But they are deeply understanding, because they are pretty ambitious and very good at making money as well. They deeply understand that every idea that's pitched to them is somebody who currently is small but wants to get big and gain market power. So they're also always thinking about how to ensure that there's a check to slow down your startup from gaining market power 5, 10, and 15 years from now. They don't want you to be the next clearinghouse like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange or Intercontinental Exchange. They don't want you to be the next central node of market power. So you might share some of that with them, or you might find an incentive system.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But, of course, you have to do your own research. But, guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, overall, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks pulling back. Now we have Bitcoin's liquidity drops to 10-month low, and of course this article states it's due to the banking crisis. And guys, who controls supply and demand? That's correct, the Fed. And we know the Fed can use the alphabet boys also to make things happen. Because when we look at the situation with BUSD, the SEC went after them when we know BUSD is regulated in New York. But that caused a liquidity crunch overall. But guys, we know this is all part of a bigger plan. They have to consolidate these banks and then also integrate crypto. Now guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which went even lower as I'm doing this video. But guys, remember the new repo comes out at about 115. And if it's not 2.3 trillion, we know yield rates will creep up. And then we have the dollar being pushed down. We have volume, we have Tether, we have USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Friday's repo was over 2.3 trillion. And we know the central banks are raising rates and running off the balance sheet. So therefore, they can destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Now, guys, make sure you watch the video I did last night. Because remember, everything is planned. We know they have plenty of simulations out on the events that they're going to carry out. Remember, they cause a problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And the solution is already ready 10 years ago. In that video last night, the FDIC says they've been working on the plan for 10 years. So instead of these banks going bankrupt, they get liquidated and everything keeps moving. And it's best to let the people know on Friday. And we saw them put this plan into effect with SVB. So guys, remember, all this is just a test run. And we have crypto is going to war against Washington. And guys, we know it's nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. We know Washington wants crypto, blockchain also. But you have to have the people beg for it. And once they beg for it, then you can implement your solution that was already ready 10 years ago. And they get to pick the winners and losers. We know when it comes to crypto, big banks and big corporations have been funding it from the beginning. And when you go back to big tech, guys, we've seen this movie before. And that Gary Gensler video is so important because it's the truth. These central banks have a monopoly on the banking system. They're not going to just let it go. You're going to have to take it. They're not going to let it go, but they will implement blockchain technology. And we see that with Chainlink and Swift. But guys, we see Washington and Gary Gensler putting on a movie, same way we have the SEC case against Ripple. Is this a way to stall regulation so therefore the emerging markets can rise and the United States follow behind them? Remember, America to Babylon falls with the United States world reserve currency and the rise of the emerging markets, BRICS nations, led by China the Dragon along with that digital yuan. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have Grayscale sending about $24.1 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have OKEx launches metaverse training session with football star Ruben Diaz. In America, we call it soccer, but we know gaming and sports is how they're going to get the sheep in the metaverse. Now, we have PancakeSwap releases V3 to lower fees, improve performance, more control over capital allocations. Also, we have Uniswap volume beats Coinbase and registers its best month since 2022. And lastly, guys, we have Canadian crypto exchange WonderFi, CoinSquare, and CoinSmart have confirmed plans to merge. And of course, that would make them one of the biggest exchanges. And guys, we know this is part of the playbook, consolidation. And it doesn't matter what country you go to, guys, they all have a plan for the digital transformation. The fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, with blockchain, it gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.